Today I'm trying out a Nuuly clothing rental haul. Let's try it on. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're not familiar with what Nuuly is, it's a clothing subscription service, meaning that you rent 6 articles of clothing per month for a monthly fee. The monthly fee is about $98 plus tax. So out the door, you're gonna pay a little over $106 per month to rent 6 items of clothing of your choice from their website for a month. And all you have to do is wear them as much as you want. Many of them come new with tags, depending on how you place your orders. And then you just finish up for the month, throw them back in this reusable pouch. This is exactly what comes in the mail, by the way. And then you ship it back, and then you can reorder for the next month. So I am gonna be showing you how this works, trying everything on, and then at the end, I'll kind of talk about if it's something that I'm gonna continue to do and how I feel about it. So the package itself is actually this. This is what gets shipped directly to you. They put the packaging slip right on here. It has a little handle, so you can tell it's a little bit beat up. It looks a little bit like your luggage after you've gone on a long trip. And interestingly enough, it's just zipped shut. There is really no lock or anything on it, not even a zip tie. So I guess they're really trusting the people who are shipping the items. All right, let's open it up, see what we get. I picked 6 items in total. And when you're on the Nuuly website, they actually tell you, like, obviously the brand and all the sizing options, but then they tell you how much it costs full price retail. And another interesting tip is if you fall in love with the item, you can actually keep it and purchase it for a discounted price. It's not necessarily always worth it though, because you have to just consider how used these items are, because several of them are going to be well loved and well used. And then sometimes the discount is not that much. All right, so first one, first one, we're already starting strong, is new with tags. I had a feeling it would be because it's leaning definitely into a new item and spring item. So I figured most people haven't been like renting these yet because it's been really cold. This item is a polo by Ralph Lauren. Again, still has the tags fully on it, and you can just rip the tags off, and that's just how it is. You basically treat it like it's your own. So super interesting. This is one of those 2 kind of material dresses. I'm already seeing that it's extremely sheer. So this is going to be really highly questionable, but I thought because I live in a mild climate, I might try it out just to see, because I've never really had a dress like this before. It's really giving pilgrim though, so we'll see. And again, super see-through. I am going to try everything on, so I won't get too into it, but I like that it's brand new, and it, obviously being white, doesn't have any stains on it. The second item, let's see, this is Hill House, and oh my gosh, it's new with tags too. I've always wanted to try a Hill House dress, but they're not the cheapest, and they're a very interesting style. You'll see, kind of is like milkmaid / Renaissance fair, but I thought it would be kind of fun. So I got this interesting blue. We'll see how that plays out, and I believe this is called like the nap dress or napping dress, something like that they call them. This doesn't look very sheer, so this should be okay. It has pockets, so that's promising. I really want silk pants in my wardrobe, but I've yet to find one that's very flattering on me. So these were very promising and had really like high reviews. This is the Samso brand, and they're supposed to be pretty long as well. So they're just a really nice, rich chocolate brown, and they're kind of a thicker satin material. Hopefully they will lay well. I decided to try something that I never try really. It's like a floral pattern. Again, for renting products, it's kind of fun to go outside of your comfort zone a little bit. My relative that got this gift certificate for me, that's what she's been doing, and she's having so much fun with it. So this is obviously, oh gosh, this is new with tags as well. This just had, or I don't know. Interesting. This has a Nuuly tag on it, so I'm not really sure what that means unless Nuuly has its own brand. Oh no, it says Free People. Okay, that's confusing. So this is a Free People cardigan sweater. Super fun. I like the color actually. That's kind of pretty. And then again, outside of my comfort zone, This one also has a Nuuly tag on it, and it's a brand called Dolan. I wanted to try this sort of, I don't know, this looks like a doily. It's supposed to be like a lace, and it is kind of sheer, but not super, super sheer. But you obviously want to wear something underneath it. I thought this might be fun, maybe for Valentine's or something along those lines, just like a date night. But also cute, just it's soft enough that it might be fun with just jeans. Okay, last product. Oh, okay, I've been really needing some black jeans. So I thought, let's try a new pair. This is Icon Denim Los Angeles. Oh boy, not sure. Oh no, I think these are barrel leg. Shoot, I had no, okay. These are gonna be interesting. All right, let's try them on. We're off to a bad start. All right, it technically fits. The sleeves are, this top half is like the cotton knit and the bottom half is like the poplin cotton. And actually the bottom half is not as see-through as I thought, but the top half is. I'm wearing a nude bra that's lined and I can still see a lot more than I want to on this. And I kind of feel like I'm in a cult or something. This is not good. Is it, I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave the tags on this and just literally put it back in there and let them sort it out later if they think I wore it or not. It does have pockets. I think this dress could have potential if it was a different color. I know that white is gonna be like trending a little more this season, but this is a lot for me. I have a big mirror over here. I'm just kind of looking at it. Also, I have a very short torso and this is hitting me on the very lower end of my waist, and I don't think it's super flattering in that way either, like even if it was a different color. Yeah, this is hilarious. I just threw sandals on because I have no idea what to do with this. And this is also case in point of why I don't go out of my comfort zone very often unless I'm like in an actual dressing room in a store where I can just put it back on the rack, because I'm not really sure what I could do about this at this point. I mean, this is now I'm down to 5 items, if you know what I mean, and I spent $100. So already I've got one piece that's not gonna get worn. I don't care at all. All right, next item. Next dress is from the Hill House. This is the nap dress. This is something they're really well known for. Not sure if it's the right color or not for me. I'm still trying to figure out my colors, but I do think this is comfortable overall. I'm actually surprised. It's not really like an A-line. It kind of is more straight, and actually it's almost, yeah, I would call it a maxi. It's definitely hitting my ankles, and I'm almost 5'9". So, you know, 5'8" and a half, something like that. So this is gonna be a long dress if you're anything shorter than that. It does have a lined skirt and it has really comfortable, well-placed pockets. So I really like that. It's got a lovely, soft kind of crepey texture to it. I don't know if you can see that. The ribbing right here, the ruching is comfortable. It's not bad, but you are gonna see like I have like little squishies from my bra line there. This is adjustable, so I really like that. I can pull this tighter if I wanted to and kind of pull it in a little bit, which might help with the sleeves, because when I first put it on, it was a little higher up on me and the sleeves instantly fell off. So I had to like tuck my bra strap in there just to make sure that they wouldn't like show. This is also, if you want to go like sexy, I don't know, milkmaid lady, you can definitely pull this off the shoulders and have that vibe if you really wanted to as well. I just have it up for the sake of the video. So yeah, overall, this is not a fail. If it is warm enough any of the days that I have this, I may attempt to wear it. I feel a little cosplay-ish, but I think I can put, I don't know, something on it to kind of make it feel a little bit more like me. Definitely outside of my comfort zone, but pretty. Number 3 are these brown satin, like wide leg pants. I am really excited about these. And again, this is something that I actually just realized I'm allowed to wear these. And it's something that I'm not used to, because if you've watched my channel for a while, I do traditional clothing hauls or try-ons in a store, meaning that when I put them on, it's either I keep them or I don't. I can't just wear them around for a few days and then, you know, decide if I want them or not. So the idea of being able to actually wear these, that they are mine for a month, is kind of hard to wrap my head around. So what I did to kind of help me in that process is I styled them how I really would if they were a piece of my clothing. And I think that's what you're supposed to do with these. It's like just changing your mindset. I didn't buy a bunch of uniforms. I rented clothing to incorporate into my actual existing wardrobe. So all that being said, I put it on with my Jenny Kane sweater, and I put it on with my Sam Edelman like little loafers, because this is really how I would wear this and how I want to own a pair of pants like this and how I would style them for this season right now. Now, as far as the pants go, they are just incredibly well, I don't know, I just like how they fit. They are giving me a little bit of a wedgie, but I think I can deal with that. The pockets are odd too, though. So these aren't perfect, but they definitely are giving me the vibe I want. The pockets are like set so far back. Can you see that? That to like slide my arm in, look at my shoulder. So it's like I have to be like whew, to get these in, like, and really use the pockets. So I don't think I'll be using the pockets that much, but I'm glad they're there. I like the thickness. I like how they feel and fit. These were used items, so there was no tags on them. But even though they're satin, I don't see any like pulls or pilling or anything on them. So definitely for being used, they are in great shape. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm probably wearing these tomorrow. Okay. All right. All right. These fit, but they absolutely don't fit at the same time. They are like a barrel leg, which is definitely not something I'm super fan of, but they're the first barrel leg that I've kind of tried that actually fit my length. I'm like sweating because I was like trying to get these things to like stretch in the right way. These, like, I don't know how to explain these. I would definitely leave them at the store if I had tried them on at a store. So I hope I can start there and that helps. The legs are not terrible, I don't think. And I love the color. I love the texture of the denim itself. It's just that this whole part right here is like a struggle for me right now. And again, wrapping my head around the fact that I have them for a month. I may try to wear them around the house just to see if the denim stretches a little bit and so that I can get some wear out of them. But I also feel bad because they still have tags on them, and I kind of feel like just throwing them back in with tags on so that somebody else can enjoy a new pair. They're definitely in wedgie territory. I guess that's the biggest issue is I feel like the seam going, from the waist all the way up here is just too small for me. So everything just feels like hiked up and not super comfortable. And then also I like where the waist is hitting, but again, it's like odd. It's like, it's not that tight. It's the size I would want it to be, because I have room right here, but like it's pulling tight in the weird spot. So it's definitely giving me muffin top. So that's why I purposely threw one of my tried and true sweaters on that's kind of like cropped but hides a lot of that. This is like the sweater I wear when my pants are feeling a little bit too tight up here. So I did that. And again, I'm trying to style it how I would wear it. And I think I got it. I'm not real sure, guys. Help me out on this whole like barrel leg situation, because I feel like this is a cross between a barrel leg and a wide leg. So if I was going to try the trend, it would probably be this. Pockets are super shallow and weird. Yeah, I don't know. It's just not probably the best cut for my body type, but yeah, I like the idea of this brand. So it's definitely introducing me to a brand that I had not heard of before. And that brand is called Icon Denim. So I'll definitely be looking into their website and then just reading more about their cuts and their reviews. Okay, we have a Free People cardigan. This was kind of an unexpected piece for me. I don't usually wear floral or a lot of patterns, but this was just muted enough that I thought it would be kind of fun to wear. So I just threw it on. Again, I'm trying to put it on with real clothes that I would just wear. So I just have my Sam Edelman white tennies on and my like kind of really loose fitting, comfortable Pistola jeans. I needed some breathing space after those black pants. So yeah, overall, I do think I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. This is fun. It's not the most comfortable. It's soft to the touch, but like on your body. I feel like if you get the littlest bit warm, you're going to be like, "Argh." So I would definitely probably put a turtleneck or even just like a little white fitted tee or tank top underneath it just to kind of give myself a little breathing space from it. But I think I like how it hits. I think it's cute. Yeah. All right. So I think this one's a win. Okay. I don't hate this. This was one that was definitely in my book, like a little bit of a stretch. I definitely don't wear a lot of lacy things or whatnot, but I don't know. There was something that just drew me to it and I wanted to try. So it is a very kind of almost baby doll slash peplum style, if that makes sense. So it definitely has the peplum ruffle, but it's cut like really loose. So I made sure, sizing wise, I was prepared for that. It has the tiniest puff sleeve, which I love, and it has like these little mini balloon sleeves kind of just like pulled in here. But I like that too because I probably wouldn't wear it like that. I would definitely pull it up. I like that look better. I just feel like it's a little too much lace going on. I'm taking a huge chance here. I literally just have a nude bra on, but I wanted to truly see what it looked like without anything like major going on underneath it, like without a lot of t-shirts or anything. But I would suggest you wear a cami because this is not the most comfortable fabric at all. I feel like I can feel every like tiny bit of the texture on it. Like, yeah, it would bug me pretty quickly if I didn't put anything else underneath this. So I'm definitely going to do that moving forward. Just left the same jeans on because again, I wanted to kind of throw it on with real life clothes and just see what it would look like kind of mixing and matching whether I dress it up or dress it down. I'm not sure that I would wear it with the brown newer pants because I don't know that I love this silhouette. I don't know that I love like the wide and loose with the wide and loose. So I'm definitely going to play with it in my closet and find something that maybe works. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Can I get away with this and wide leg jeans? I don't know. I kind of struggle with that. So let me know what you guys think. But overall, the top itself is cute. I'm glad I got it. I will make sure that I get some use out of this, definitely. Yeah. And even though it's like got a lot of holes in it, it doesn't feel overly like cold, but obviously if you're in the winter, like you would want to layer. And I think this would actually be cute with like a mock neck or a turtleneck as well. I think you could definitely go that route and just add some fun texture. Yeah, okay. I think that Nuuly is a good system, especially for a few different people. One is maybe if you have a lot of events to go to or you really need different clothing and your lifestyle is about showcasing new, fun, really just like super current items all the time and you don't really want to be photographed twice, that type of thing. Or if you tend to be a major shopper and you're one of those people that buys an item, wears it once, and then chucks it in your closet and you've got an overflowing closet with things that you only like to wear once, maybe twice, then this could be cost effective for you because if you're spending hundreds of dollars a month on items that you're not wearing very often or not wearing again, then $100 a month to rent them and get 6 pieces would be way more cost effective for you. So I just feel like I don't fall in those categories. Now, the third category technically should be me, but it's not. The third category would be somebody like me that does content creation and fashion, because I could easily be getting in pieces from Nuuly and just say like styling them all the time for a few weeks. And the consumer watching my videos would just be like, wow, that's a cute sweater, or I love those jeans, and make purchases based on what I'm showing. And then my closet isn't getting overwhelmed with items from hauls and things like that. However, that's just not exactly the content that I make, but that is a lot of content that a lot of people make. And who knows, maybe some of them are utilizing Nuuly and telling us or not telling us and just showcasing all these fun new outfits all the time. And we think they're part of their wardrobe and they're just renting it for $100 a month. So it could be cost effective from a business standpoint if you need new content and you need new clothing all the time. I think this month I'm going to do a little bit of both. I think I am going to try to style some of these outfits. But again, I don't want to be misrepresentative. I don't know how the word is, to you guys as well. Like, I don't want to style this cardigan all month and say it's the greatest thing when I know I wouldn't buy it. So, we have to weigh all of that out. Right, I'm getting ready to send my Nuuly package back, and I wanted to give you some thoughts on this process. What has happened essentially is I got myself down to 3 workable items. Unfortunately, my really favorite pair of pants that came through with this package, the seam came apart on the leg, and you are not allowed to get them repaired, which I really wouldn't want to anyway and pay for that. So I contacted the company. They gave me a credit of $18 in my account, and then they gave me like a bonus item if I'm going to go ahead and continue using the service. So unfortunately, 3 of the items haven't been touched, and they've just sat in the package the entire time. So that leaves me with 3 more items. So what do I think about this overall? Well, this one is on me. This is not on them. I rented the napping dress because I really wanted to just try it and see if it was going to work for me. I did love it for a lot of reasons. However, weather didn't permit, so I never wore it, and I'm sending this back with the tag still on it too. So that is 4 items that were not able to be utilized. And if I was paying out of my own pocket the $100, I don't know that it would be worth it for me to rent 2 shirts essentially for $100. So how do I feel about the 2 shirts I did rent? Well, these are the 2 that I was able to kind of utilize the most. And I did like them, I enjoyed them, and I got tons of compliments every single time I wore them. So I wore this one maybe 3 to 4 times total, and I had to obviously wear something underneath it because it is lace. So it was fun, and I even considered maybe purchasing it through Nuuly or I believe Anthropologie. But at the end of the day, I thought if I had walked into Anthropologie, would I have even taken this off the shelf? No, I would not have. So I think that I was just kind of getting it in my head that I had gotten a couple of compliments, and it really wasn't something that I would probably have purchased for myself anyway. So there's that. This, on the other hand, is very well made. It is like a cashmere and wool blend. I love the pattern. Literally got multiple compliments every single time I wore it. So this one I really started getting wishy-washy on. I thought, okay, do I go ahead and purchase a new one? Well, you can't, because this pattern is no longer available. So essentially, this is the only one I would be able to purchase, and they were not offering very much of a discount. It's still well over $100 if I wanted to purchase this outright and keep it. So again, I had to tell myself, would I have tried this on even and tried to purchase it if I had been shopping for something? And the answer is probably no. I don't think that I would have. I think that I just kind of got caught up in wearing it all the time. And then that leads me to the other thing. I wore this so much. I wore this on average like 3 times a week. But what I realized I was doing that for is because it was kind of that like FOMO mentality. I wanted to wear it because I knew I wasn't going to have it very long. And so I just kept wearing it on repeat and not utilizing the rest of my wardrobe that I love. So I thought, this is really strange. If I keep renting clothes, I'm going to neglect my actual wardrobe because I'm going to be so worried about wearing what I rented. And that just kind of got off for me a little bit. Now, at the end of the day, I decided I am going to send all of this back, and I'm just sending this back. I wouldn't have purchased it if I had seen it in store and not rented it. And I am going to go ahead and cancel my membership. I've gone back and forth. Again, that whole FOMO thing. They have $18 sitting in my account, and then I have a bonus item. So if I were to go for the 2nd month, instead of getting charged $99, I would be charged around $80, and then I'd have a bonus item that I could add to my cart as well. But that's kind of where they get you. You know, there's always a little incentive to stay, and I don't want to spend even $80 on another 6 items that I may only wear 2 of, if that. And you know, it's just such a gamble to me. Now, I also want to talk about the $99 a month. it's going to come out of your bank account just like a gym membership. It doesn't matter if you use it or not. And if I am off on my schedule and don't get this in time, I get charged $99 anyway. And then I would have to scramble to try to order 6 more items just to kind of fill that $99 void. And then I'd have them for even less time, because you don't get these items for a full month. You basically cannot get your order in until your last order is out. And then you have to send it back and allow time for it to get shipped back. So you're going to end up with much less than a full month anyway. So I don't have the memory skills for that, to be quite honest. I just know that I will be panicking all the time. Like, when's the deadline? I don't want to get charged. I have to hurry up and like throw all these things in a bag and run down to the UPS store. And I just don't want to feel like that with my wardrobe. I would rather save my money and maybe purchase 1 item per month, or save it for a couple months and purchase something that I really want to utilize in my wardrobe a little bit more long term. So that does it for my Nuuly review. I was so happy to be able to do this. It was such a fun present for me to receive, and something so creative and different, and of course provided me a whole video's worth of stuff to do. And I loved that I was able to try some clothing that I have never tried before. However, like I said, moving forward, I don't think that this is cost effective for me personally, and I'm not one of those that always wants like a new revolving wardrobe at all. I'm kind of a let's just, keep it as basic as possible type of a person. And I'm really, really focusing on adding really high quality pieces to my wardrobe moving forward, and just maybe spending more maybe on 1 item, but less overall for the year, instead of buying a lot of fast fashion. So this does serve a purpose for a couple of different groups of people. Unfortunately, I am just not one of them. All right, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments below, have you ever utilized a clothing rental service, and what was your experience? Thanks again, and I'll see you later.